We have Bryce Underwood with us. Bryce, welcome. We have Jaden Davis. We have Jordan Marshall. Fellas, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
So we're just going to kind of go rapid fire, get you guys in and out of here. The first thing I'll ask, this one's for the quarterbacks. Which of you does the best Chip Lindsey impersonation?
Can you do the Southern accent is what he's asking.
No, sir, that's not for me to do.
I was going to say. All right,
Off camera, maybe.
Yeah, off camera, maybe. My biggest question is, now Bryce, you've done shows like Rich Eisen and everything else. Have you ever had a bigger honor than being on the cover of the Wolverine football preview?
No, sir.
I knew it. See, it's exactly right. So talk about your competition, guys, and what you guys did to kind of bring the best out of each other this spring.
Honestly, going against Jaden every single day just made me a better quarterback, a better person. Just learning who he is as a person just motivates me to be a better person. So.
Yeah, to kind of follow up what Bryce said, I think, obviously he's a great player, and I think this spring was really unique because it was just me and him taking the reps and just being able to learn with a guy like this is this talented and, coming out of high school is very polished for how young he is. Just, bounce ideas off each other, talk through reads, talk through progressions, go in the meeting room together, watch film together. All those things, iron sharpens iron, and, that's what Coach Lindsey is preaching in our room and to our offense. So,
and that's maybe the place I wanted to go next with it was you two did get the bulk of the reps during spring ball, and you're both young guys. Bryce, obviously a true freshman too. How do you feel like that experience accelerated your development? Whereas, other programs you'd be with graduates, seniors, guys like that as well.
I think for me, this is the most reps of football I've gotten since high school. So it was good for me to, go against Coach Wink's defense and all the, certain coverages and blitzes he gives us, and then also build chemistry with our receivers, throwing in the offseason, things of that sort. So it was really fun for me just to get, reps with the ones, reps with the twos, and I just, still adjust to the speed of the college game.
Just like Jaden said, honestly, following back up on the iron sharpens iron thing, every single day we can compete with each other, even though we're not intentionally doing it, of course. So we're making each other better. So,
Jordan, how did you build off the bowl game and I mean that performance? 12 forced missed tackles, I think a bunch of yards after contact. How did you take that into the offseason? How did that give you confidence?
It's giving me a lot of confidence, and just being the head of that room and getting to talk to TA about the little things about getting a transfer guy it's really important to have that connection with your coach and the people that surround you. So it's just been humbling, and it's been great to be out there and just play and have fun, have that leadership, because after that game I took on a new role of being a leader of this team, and that's something that I want to strive on as a younger guy, is being a leader of this team and taking us to a national championship.
Bryce, you weren't playing yet, but you were at that game on the field. How impressive was Jordan's performance in that game against Alabama?
I was very excited. Me coming in for bowl prep and everything like that, he was one of the biggest names brought up. He was one of the biggest names brought up at the time, so it was very excited to see him play.
Justice has said that you guys got really close right away. Just talk about how you guys bring out the best in each other and how that competition has gone.
Ever since he's came in, it's just I got to actually come when he was getting recruited and sit down with his family, and right away I knew this was a guy we wanted, a guy that would make me better. He's a pro about everything he does, and somebody that I look at that I need to be more like, or how I practice, how I do certain things, and just like they said, iron sharpens iron, and you don't come to Michigan just to be the starter and just walk on and be the guy right away. You come here to compete, and I think a lot of guys our age are running from that. So there's something special at Michigan where the guys want to compete. We're not just here to be the starter as a freshman. We're here to work your butt off and win that job.
I guess both for Jaden and Jordan, you guys were with this team last year with the program. Obviously, a new offensive system in place with Chip Lindsey. How different has adjusting to his system been compared to last year?
I think it hasn't been a crazy adjustment. I think Coach Lindsey did a great job of kind of keeping the same terminology for a lot of things and just adding his own pizzazz to it. I think we'll be a lot more explosive when it comes to the passing game this year, just with the talent we've added on the outside and all those things. With likes of Bryce and myself and Mikey and Jake and all those guys, and then obviously we're Michigan football, so we're going to run the ball with Jordan and Justice and all the guys in that room as well. So I think Coach Lindsey did a great job just coming in and kind of observing, what the talent we had on our team was, and then, making that our strong suit, and then, showcasing our strengths.
I would just say we have so many talented coaches, from TA to Kasula, who was the OC of the game. You have Chip that just came in, so Coach Moore that was an OC at a point. So you have all these smart football IQs that are coming together, and to game plan against us is going to be hard. We have a lot of talent across the board, and just like they said, we're going to use the pass game, but we're sure going to run the ball, and we pride on ourselves, on the guys up front, on the running backs, but we're going to have some more explosive and throw that ball deep.
I was going to ask the quarterbacks, what's it like going against the Wink Martindale defense and the different looks that he's showing you?
It's crazy. I don't really know how to put it into perspective. I don't think there's a lot of coverage that our quarterback room hasn't seen, just with all the different things Coach Wink does and the blitzes he brings. I mean, we're the first college program he's been with since leaving the NFL or whatever. So he brings all the tricks that he learned in his time as an NFL coach, and I mean we're the victims of some of his calls, if that's how you want to say it.
Honestly, it's a huge transition for me coming from high school, of course, jumping right into that. Honestly, I'd say this is more of like preparation for where he just left from the NFL and stuff like that, rather than preparing you for the next game or anything like that. So I'd say that prepared me for the long run and things like that. So
the front seven, are
Yes,
those
sir.
guys as good as advertised? Be honest.
hey man,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of just gonna say what Bryce said.
Yeah.
I think last year was unique too because I got to take some scout team reps and go against Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant and all those guys, Josiah Stewart. And I think this year's defense, this year's front seven has every tool to be just as good, if not better. So,
Jordan, you can't name names, but is it important to you to help bring on the next group of Michigan running backs that could be the greats here? And are you doing that?
We have a great tradition of running backs, and that's something that TA knows, and something that we strive to have is a guy that's going to come in. TA's point is to get guys out in 3 years. Running backs only have so long, so we're trying to bring the best guys and get them out. But we're excited for the guys coming in, and we're just excited that we get to go recruit the top guys, and they want to come to a school like this because we're going to run that ball. Coach Moore already says that if he has to run the ball 32 times, he will.
Are you guys on board with that?
whatever it takes to win.
Bryce, I was going to ask you, all the hype and everything else, social media, how much are you on there? How much do you read? And what's the craziest thing that you've seen somebody say about you, whether it's a Michigan fan or a fan of another school?
fat.
Do we dispel those?
Yeah.
That was fiction. It was lies.
What was your reaction when you saw that?
I just got off of social media. You feel me? Like that kind of low key. Like I was just sitting there confused because
Right?
it gets to a point, But it's cool though,
So you're not transferring, is what you're telling us, right? We'd heard that one too. I'm just saying,
Where'd
social
that one
media.
come
Ohio
from?
State fan.
Exactly.
Oh, understood. For
Joking.
sure.
Yeah.
For all three of you guys, I mean, where do you feel like personally each of you have made the most strides since this offseason began, heading into fall camp, which starts next week?
Honestly, I say my where I feel like I came the most furthest from is by me being more comfortable. Honestly, by also from JD, of course, he's always letting me know football is football, no matter what level it is, NFL, high school, or college. So just me keeping that in the back of my mind has pushed me and strived me to be the best I could be every single day. So
Bryce said he's not a golfer. Either of you guys out here tearing it up at all?
Oh no,
No?
not me.
Not at all.
Jordan, come on.
I played a little bit. I just started in like 2 months.
Gotcha. It's a tough game to pick up, man. So
Yeah. But I'd say for me, I think number one, I think I took the offseason in the weight room pretty serious. Just trying to transform my body and things of that sort, just to be able to, take college hits and things like that, and then also just the game slowing down for me as well. Like Bryce said, just remembering that football is football at the end of the day, not making college football bigger than what it is. It's the same game that we've been playing since we were 5 and 6 years old. So things like that, and just being more vocal as a leader now. I'm in my second year, so I think I can, talk and express myself a little bit more, and just, with the help of Bryce and me and myself and, Mikey and Jake, lead this team because we have all the tools, to win a national championship. So just making sure that each and every day we're, process over prize and making sure that, we're on that pace to do what we want to do in the future. So.
For me, it's been pass blocking and protecting the quarterback. That's been a big part that I'm trying to make sure that I'm great at, and just helping out these quarterbacks. That's what I want to do, make their game easier. And just what Jaden said, be a better leader, be a guy that's young, that's a leader that can get in the seniors and tell them, let's go, it's time to ride. Like, you guys have been here. So just be vocal, and Coach Moore's given me the go to be more vocal, and just because I'm a young guy, that doesn't mean anything. But just leading this team, we don't want to strive for another bowl game. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to win natties, more than one. And if you're not, leave. That's how it is.
Freddie Jackson, has he been hands-on with you, and what does he bring to that room? How much do you love that guy?
Dude, Fred, I can say for all the guys, they love Fred. He's very old school, does things his way, and just to get a laugh, like, he's just funny. Not even trying to be funny. He's just a great guy, and just to have him, there's so much knowledge in that running back room with TA and Freddie JOG, but them two together is like 70 years of experience, and it's just crazy the knowledge, the verbiage they use. But to have that is, they've coached so many guys, so I'm learning so much every single day, and it's a blessing to have those two guys. It's one of the best rooms I've ever been in the country.
My last thing, Jaden, you talked about your weightlifting and everything else. Coach Trest from Coach Herb, there was a lot of concern there. Has it been kind of seamless transition?
I would say so. I think, with any change, you're obviously going to have to adapt to a new voice, adapt to a new person, in charge. But I think Coach Trest and his staff has done a tremendous job with making sure that, we feel, ready to play when it comes to Saturdays and playing other opponents. I think we take the strength and conditioning program here at Michigan extremely serious. And we know that it's just as important as, watching film, just as important as, playing the football game. Because at the end of the day, we always say weak things will break. So we're just trying to make sure, we're staying strong and making sure that we can sustain however many games you got to win to get to the natty. So we're just going to make sure our bodies stay prepared and, stay ready so we don't have to get ready. So,
Bryce, what wide receivers and tight ends have stood out to you the most, that have made the best plays, and who are some of your favorite targets you feel like at this point?
Honestly, during the offseason, of course, we spent a lot of time together. I say all of my receivers, we all spent a lot of time together, getting the ball out to each other, learning each other timing and stuff like that. What kind of ball placement would they like, and what's the best way for them to catch the ball. So I say during this offseason, it was pretty much all of them, honestly, because they all surprised me with the work ethic they came with at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, even 8 at night as well. So even when they're not doing nothing, we go to the field, build our time, and build our chemistry together. So,
are your legs an underrated part of your game? Because you racked up a lot of rushing yards in high school, and obviously a dynamic athlete.
Yeah, people think I'm not that athletic. I don't know how, but yeah, but yeah, I say that.
You're
Do you
fat,
run
right?
the ball?
Yeah, I'm fat.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah.
Can he run, Jordan? Is he like a running back or not?
I think he can take some. They won't let him get hit. I think he's a little
Right.
soft for that, but other than that, it's all right.
He's 230 now. Is that right?
Bigger than me.
231. So,
What's it been like in the weight room for you, the adjustment coming from high school to college?
it's been fun.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying everything. Coach Tress, just like how Jaden said, doing an amazing job with their staff and everything like that. So can't do nothing but thank him for it. So
Well, we appreciate you guys being with us, man,
Sure.
and have a great season. And hey, start hitting some balls, man. Get out there. Jordan, we're going to be watching you next
yes,
year.
sir.
I feel like Jordan could have a good swing.
Bryce Underwood, Jaden Davis, Jordan Marshall. Thank you very much, fellas.